Um, one thing on that, I saw this when I was doing some work in the Middle East, for example, um, where it's always been a challenge for field service management solution providers in the Middle East because the cost level, it was explained to me very simply. Why would we spend X amount on a license to get more out of our engineers when that's more than we would spend on just getting another one or two additional bodies in the field. The cost of labour is very different in that market than it is in, say, Western Europe and the US, Australia. But then what I saw happen fairly recently is a lot of companies kind of having resisted the kind of layer of technology we would now be referring to as legacy technology, the on-premise stuff, kind of almost leapfrogged and went straight to next gen and started looking at things because they could have access to tools like augmented reality or IoT based. Is that something that you think may happen for some of these companies, the laggards that you were referring to there that still have their on-prem? Do you think they can almost overshoot and kind of play catch up very quickly?
Oh, absolutely. And then the power of a modern cloud-based field service management application is that it can be deployed incredibly quickly compared to previous technologies. You can be up and running typically 60 to 90 days, which is very fast when you consider the business processes that field service organizations have. It's not like the on-prem where it was a 12 to 18-month project. Most projects are very quick, and using either direct integration to the ERP system, using RESTful APIs, or using an iPaaS platform to do the data transfer. Again, that speeds up the end-to-end flow, and that's the key bit. You want to make the right data available. Make sure that you're respecting that it's being mastered in the ERP backend system. But people can move very quickly. And given how quickly the market is moving in terms of people looking for more advanced services, whether it be preventative or whether it be outcome-based services, then companies have to move quickly because their competition, other field service providers are moving very quickly into that area. So now is the time to be considering that move.
Yeah, yeah, and we so a certain extent, a couple of the outcomes actually of the pandemic and the fallout of the pandemic, which we kind of covered on previously with Field Aware when we discussed this when we did that fantastic study around benchmarking from year zero. Again, thoroughly recommend people checking that out. Very important piece of work. And now, as the dust has settled a couple of years on from that, one of the things, there's this shift that you're referencing there that has just been accelerated. I thought it was really interesting to see how the shift towards advanced services didn't get halted by the pandemic. If anything, it got massively accelerated. But also the one thing that we saw, which just blew my mind, was actually when there's a crisis and things need to move fast in terms of the technology, the ceiling of how quickly we could move suddenly changed very, very quickly. And I don't think now it's a bit like breaking the 4 minute mile for our British viewers. Obviously very proud of Roger Bannister for doing so. But as soon as he did it, everybody else, quickly came along. And I think again, there's that speed of deployment that you referenced there. With cloud, the technology's there, and now the mindset has shifted as well. That it can be done very, very quickly. So just to reinforce your point.
Yeah. And sorry,
Yeah.
Chris, just one bit on that. What the other thing that changed was the perception and perspectives of the customer and the field service provider,
Yeah.
and their view on um, what was really required, which was the outcome. So it wasn't just about getting somebody on site and said, I've ticked my response time. It's about, the customer wanted to know when it's going to be fixed. And so that, and allowing people to change technology, change process, that went with technology. So
Yeah.
it was that combination of change of mindset and then acceptance of new technology that changed.